Said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Noles will kick it off to get us underway. Here's the return from inside his 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Western Kentucky's offense will get first crack at it here. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box, they can take it outside, they can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses.
There he goes. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to ride this running back. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Dropping back, it's Mooney. Makes the grab. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on fourth down. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
Well, you're seeing analytics become a bigger part of college football each and every year, and there is a good example of it. Opening drive of the game, you're across the 50, fourth down, and it says run the ball and go for it. Even if you don't get it, your opponent's going to have to drive a ways. There's still a lot of football left to play. Hindsight's always 20/20, but that was an excellent decision by the head coach.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10.
Well, it's not a home run, but it's just enough by the running back to move the chains.
This offense trying to quieten the crowd on first and he's going for the goal line. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Third and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. Back to throw, it's Mooney. Back's got it, and he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Hilltoppers.
I think a lot of people probably expected to see that, right? They're playing on the road, and you know this is going to be a hostile environment, but they've got the better players, and we've seen that before. There was no hesitation. Opening drive, they go right down the field, they score a touchdown, and they made a statement.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So Florida State's offense will have its first possession of the game. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names. You know, brand versus brand. Big-time baller versus big-time baller. Trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
Shotgun snap on third down. Unloads to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Mooney. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. Defensive coordinator showing heat before the snap. Now they'll run the draw. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to...
Breaks into the open. He goes out of bounds across the 25, marking at the 24 in this defense. Its head is spinning. The Noles have this offense rolling. Wide receiver going in motion. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
They'll give it to him again. Runs through the tackle. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They go to the ground. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Looking for a man. It's Graham. Touchdown, Florida State! Quick strike through the air for the score. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. A methodical drive, soul-crushing, spirit-breaking, and it ends in a touchdown.
And listen, I know everybody wants the big plays, the big, long touchdowns and all that stuff, but putting a drive together like that is very difficult to do time and time again, and it's demoralizing for the defense. Great drive by the offense.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. From the gun, running back gets the gift.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
And the Hilltoppers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Defense fills those gaps. He's got one to the 28.
Well, I think the defense is expecting here on third down that this running back's going to get it again. Got it on first, had a nice carry, got it on second. Now he set him up in third and short. You've got to be physical here and make sure this guy goes backwards.
Nice job by this offense converting the third down. Listen, third and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. Third,
turning it on. They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. The Hilltoppers have it with a 1st and 10. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Give to the back. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8.
man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And the Hilltoppers will bring the punt team onto the field.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Fair catch is made at the 15-yard line, and that's where they'll start this drive. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it, trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here. He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking for a man, it's Graham. Fires to the right. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it. Now the defense will try to rise up on 3rd and short from the 21. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. And the Seminoles will call on their punt team. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Gets the first one of the day off, and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Looking to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Booker.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Hilltoppers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Fights off the defender. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Noses ahead to the 30-yard line to pick up a 1.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Back to throw. It's Mooney. Get it out on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on third down at the dope. Catch in the middle. It's ball. Will not get close. Tackled at the 28-yard line. It's fourth down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Oh, he missed it. No good. And here in the first quarter, we remain tied. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. They'll move the wide receiver. To the air on first down. Throws to the tight end. Working that left side. Into enemy territory and outbounds at the 48. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Handoff from the gun. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. First play of the period will be a second down. Rides the back and leaves it. Oh, he's got some space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Seminoles have always been known for explosive, flashy, big plays, but think of guys like Dalvin Cook and the toughness that he ran with. That's on display here.
And then those guys that I think of, too, with Wilt Dunmore, you hand him the football and big plays can happen, and offenses have been built around that for years in Florida State, finding that guy to hand the ball to.
Looking downfield, it's Graham. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Wants to go up top. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And with that, they've taken the lead.
And so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on. And you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Quarterback empties his backfield. Wants to go up top on first down. Wide open downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense.
He tries to take the top off. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Touchdown, WKU. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Back to pass, it's Graham. Makes the catch, it's Pugh. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. There he goes. Got enough for the first down and wants more. Touchdown Seminoles. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
Well, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. Prime inside the 10. Here he comes. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you've got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. They'll run it from the gun. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound, the war chant on 3rd down at the dope. And the defense stands up this offensive line and stuffs him right at the line of scrimmage. He didn't get it. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you square your prominent jawline and go straight ahead to get it.
Man, when I was at Florida, Steve Spurrier would wait for this opportunity in a game 4th and inches, and he'd signal in red Snoopy. Quarterback sneak. It works every time.
Here's a heat. Makes the catch. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Hilltoppers are moving quickly down the field. Back to throw, it's Mooney. Looking to buy time. Now he'll turn one loose back to the middle. Wide open, he makes the catch. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Give to the running back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Topper.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. on the move from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Pugh. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. The Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. The give on the option. Got room to work. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. A huge pickup, knocked out of bounds at the 30, but they are in business. And the Seminoles come to the line in the hurry-up.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas, right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Chop. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. The Seminoles, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. They shut him down immediately. They tried to pop the fullback loose, and no running room there.
You hear a lot of coaches talk about bend, don't break, and it's in these areas of the field down in your own goal line defensively where you want to just stiffen up. And they did a really nice job on 1st down.
Touchdown, Knowles! Great job by the back on the option. And these guys just score from anywhere out there. After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. To the air, it's Mooney. Got a man, it's Booker. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the 1st half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Makes a grab on the shot. That is just a gargantuan play as he has it all the way down to the 12. They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave them a little bit of everything on that one. They really got this offense humming. Just the 4th play of the drive, and it's 1st and goal. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
What a great job by the defense. You got to understand, it's physical time, right? They want to run the football when they start getting inside the 5.
Touchdown, Western Kentucky! And they take it in for 6 more points.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. The Seminoles in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half, and the referee's signal for the 2-minute timeout. And the Noles can really attack on this 2nd and short. On the move. It's Tompkins. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. Dropping back, it's Graham. Rushes on him. Trying to make magic on the scramble. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. After the run, now to throw. Fires to the tight end. And that is good versatility there and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. Clock's running and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Back to pass. Got the quick pass. Worked his way to the 38 before they stopped him. It's a 5-yard gain, and that'll be a first down. Looking downfield on first down. He's got the tight end. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down. The Noles come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw it. Caught in the backfield. It's Tompkins. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
Finds his big tight end. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And the Seminoles didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. To the air, it's Graham. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
One of the things I love about this kid is that he goes to work. He struggled his last game out, completed less than 50% of his throws. So back to the drawing board, back to fundamentals, and you can see that paying dividends in this game. I know he just threw an incompletion, but for the most part, this guy has been spot on.
Got the big pause on it, but couldn't hang on. Instead, it'll be fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2. They convert the fourth down, but back to the line with no time to waste. He's looking to throw. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State. Fitted in the window for the score.
A really nice job on their final drive of the first half, David. Calm, cool, collected. They had balance, excellent execution. They're going to take a lead in here at halftime.
It's so much easier to go into half with that positive momentum, that positive juice. Now we can point to what we just did. Great job taking the lead. Now you go make your halftime adjustments.
He's brought down after a good return, gets it out to the 31. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Quarterback making checks. Wants to throw on first down. Going for it all. It's picked off. The Heisman contender turns it over. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Back to pass, it's Graham. Lets it fly deep downfield. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Man, it should come as no surprise we have ourselves a fun matchup in Tallahassee. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line.
Let's see what he can do with the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
So what do they have for third and short from their own 23? From the gun, wants to pass. Caught, close to the marker, it's Chubb. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. The Seminoles are rolling down the field. He'll do it himself. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to pass. It's Graham. They get to him as he throws. Got him downfield. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Seminoles will line it up on 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back has it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. It's good. They double their lead up to 6 here in the third quarter.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Nifty run there, pick up a 6 out to the 25.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on third down at the dope. Grab near the marker. It's ball. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on third down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Here's the handoff. He has the first and still on his feet. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. So they picked up that last first down on the ground, now with a fresh set of downs. Just a short pass to the tight end. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down.
We're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
wide receiver formation on 2nd and 9. Might be calling a hot route. Looking to throw, it's Mooney. Oh, they're after him. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. It's picked off. Don't see that very often from this Heisman Trophy candidate. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Little touch pass to the receiver. Breaks the tackle. Breaks into the open. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4.
Got it! And he slipped through the crowd and hit.
Job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Wants to go up top. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
And these decisions to go for 2. More and more of it throughout a game, chasing points, and then in the end, you wonder if this just comes back to bite you.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy and you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
And, man, this quarterback has had a day. With that pass, he goes over 300 yards on the day. Really nice job executing, putting up some yards today. Pretty good day for the young man.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football. They knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
The Hilltoppers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Mooney. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Hilltoppers. They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5, and the returner will be dragged down. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. He'll pull it on the read. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by the defense shutting down all the options, making sure it wasn't easy to read. Nice job going to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Finds a little bit of space. He'll get 3 out to the 15.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. The Seminoles will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. To throw, it's Mooney. Got his man. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here.
Turning it on! They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a first down.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's Bacon. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And with that pass right there, dude, he goes over 350 on the day. Nice performance. This QB's been dialed in.
Hand off from the shotgun. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll give it to the back. Touchdown, WKU! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the 2. Looking to throw. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Williams will pass. Setting up the screen.
Nice job by the defense on that play, sniffing out the screen pass. They had their eye on the ball. They're able to rally to the running back, gain of no yards.
So now it's second and long. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. Finds space on the right. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Hand off to the fullback. Powers through the defender.
You know, when you're handing off to your fullback, oftentimes these guys need some space to work so they can build up a head of steam and get the speed going, but that guy didn't have anywhere to go on that one.
They're dealing with a second and long. Wants to go up top. Under fire. Caught. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Seminoles line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Using his legs, it's Bacon. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Runs through a tackle. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. We'll start with a 1st down. To the ground with the back. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. And the Hilltoppers are moving quickly down the field. They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Here they come on 2nd down, trying to put this game away. He leaves it with his back. He breaks a tackle. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
And that's the challenge for this defense, man. It starts to get later in the ball game. That clock is not your friend. You're losing the football game. They got to meet the physical challenge of this run game.
Pucks it out of the air. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the 1st down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
2nd and goal for the offense. He'll wedge it in there on the quarterback sneak. Scores on the sneak.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball. Man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
He'll bring it back from inside his spot. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Got it behind the line. It's Chubb. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Line getting set on 2nd down. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Lining up to convert 3rd down. Williams looking for a man. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Oh, man, they've already lost one quarterback today. Now the backup comes in and has to take a shot.
Man, I might think about protecting my QB a little better. I already lost one. Now your 2nd guy gets hit, and you got to keep this guy healthy. You got to keep him upright. You got to protect your quarterback.
And the returner will be brought down. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles. And those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
On third down, he drops to throw. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. The Hilltoppers will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Snap to the back. Found a little room out of the Wildcat that time, just short of the first down. And the Noles with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Quarterback on the keeper. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understanding, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
He'll keep it on the sneak. He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. The Noles send out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Here's the return. Slips through the line. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing. Of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great team defense on that one play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones. D-linemen staying in their gaps. Linebackers and D.
Unleashes one deep. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Toppers. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. And now let's see if they can pull this one out. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Williams will pass. Fires to the big fella. He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down. And the Seminoles want to crank the tempo. Looking to throw on first down. A strike downfield. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw again. Grabbed in the middle. It's chopped. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The Seminoles with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. 2nd and short, maybe looking for a shot. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks.
When this offense wants to, boy, they can go fast. After the completion and first down, right back to the line of scrimmage for more tempo.
And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row.
It's a nice job by the receiver working past the sticks. Looked like it was going to be a first down by the offense, but how about the physical play knocking that ball loose?
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. Wants to throw. It's Mooney. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. From the shotgun, the inside give. Got enough for the first. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
The sure hands, it's Booker. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. And the Hilltoppers getting set on 1st and 10. The give, and tick, 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 tick. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Touchdown, Western Kentucky! And the punishment has been extended. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And what can you say about this offense in this game? All season long, they've done enough to win week in, week out. Hasn't always been pretty. They haven't always brought their A-plus game to the park. But they won a shootout today. Both offenses trading blows back and forth, and they were able to come out on top. And the offense, to me, is the reason they're still undefeated today.
They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Williams looking for a man. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
And This is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And this is always the time in the game where coaches are absolutely watching. Like, which one of my guys mail it in and quit? And if you're the quarterback, man, you've been sacked a few times, you've turned the football over, like, continue to play, find some ways to maybe get a few first downs and make something positive happen.
Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. They have dropped a hush on this entire stadium, David, by controlling this game.
And there's nothing like shutting up the home crowd. You love it. Nothing like having a big lead in the 4th quarter, Palmer, and not having to stress or worry.
Yeah, really impressive just seeing how they were able to take everything from the practice field this week and apply it to game day. They've been locked in all week with the game plan, running and throwing the football, man. This has been impressive.
They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down. They're just about to put this W in the books, guys. Comes against a ranked opponent, a team that most of us expected them to beat, and they were able to come through.
Yeah, but you're going to get challenged early in the season. It's fun to play other ranked teams and kind of see what you have. And this team kind of proven, like, listen, they're worth the ranking. They're probably going to continue to climb up the charts, handling their business early in the season against a pretty dang good team.
And I think at the end of the year, when the committee's meeting together and they're deciding which teams are going to reach the playoff, this is a game they're going to point back to. Hey, we wanted to find out more about them against a good opponent. They won the game. They took care of business. This was impressive today.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Touchdown, Hilltoppers! Fired in from the red zone for the score. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
On the move from inside his 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Williams will pass. Under fire. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure. They're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the 4th quarter.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And the pass is dropped and incomplete, and that's going to do it. Clock has struck 0, and the ball game is over. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.